live. Let's see. Let's see who hops in here. Let us see. All right. Let me just make sure good old Instagram's going. There we go. It's going. Looks like we're live. Everything is kosher and good. Yes. Good. Good. It's hard to do this by yourself. Guys, it's cold outside. It is really cold. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's cold. FBF. Man, that must be some sort of weird, what do they call it? Acronym? Run gun. Do I have good audio? Good audio. Yes. No 5x5, 2x5, 3x5. I'd like to know. We got some cool stuff to look at tonight. I went and raided the shelves. Got some new stuff in as well. But I thought we could have a cool little stream tonight. Friday nights. Friday night stream. Friday night stream it is. Fix play. Oh. Golly dang. Man, don't do that to me. Audio is 6x7. We got Jacob in the house. What's up, Jacob? Man, all the peoples showing up. All the important people showing up. 5x5, Cincinnati Dan. Let me pull up, I forgot to before I started, but let me pull up my YouTube chat as well. I found out with, maybe I haven't found it. I should have checked it before I started the stream. I like to make sure I keep up the whole YouTube thing, because for some reason I don't think I see all the chats over here. Goose, what's up? Yeah, we got some good stuff to look at. As you know me, it's all fixed blades. I don't need to know all the things here. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Perfect. I dig it. There we go. Let's give Cincinnati Dan the wrench there. All right. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys, as we go, make sure you chat in your questions. If you have any questions about the knife, we'll stop in between the knives and chat about them. I've got several different brands here. We'll just start at the left, work our way to the right. Or is that your left or my right? I'm not sure, but this is my left. All right, guys, let's dig in. Let's dig in. First off out of the gate, we have another Bowman made. This guy is one of the most popular ones. I get these quite often, and they sell pretty quick too. We've got a nice orange handle, orange topo. This is called the Spur. It's all ADCR V2, orange G10. As always, Bowman made sculpting is on point, guys. He really thinks about this. Fantastic. This is like a little scalpel. But what's unique about this knife, and I think this is what people really dig about it, is it's a full four-fingered knife with a small blade. So if you're opening a lot of boxes at work, I mean, really whatever, this is a fantastic little blade. And the orange, we have found that it sells really good because people, they lay it down, they're opening up boxes, they lay it down, it disappears if it's not a bright color. So that is the point behind that. But that nice flat grind there, isn't that cool? Look at that. Nice little orange topo sheath. Matches up really good. This knife here, you can take the soft loop off. You could neck carry this knife. A lot of people do neck carry this knife. It works really good for that. Also, just in your pocket. Nice little pocket fixed blade. Nice little lanyard. But it's pretty sweet. I like it. Cool little knife. Just really, really slicey. I mean, you can see how thin that, I don't know exactly. That's probably 1/8 inch, maybe stock, maybe. It's really super thin. It's slicey. The way he flat ground, that whole blade like that. It's pretty slicey. So great for anything. I know some people that like skin. Skin and stuff with this knife would be really good for that. Anything like flat ground like that is it's very easy to control. All right, so Spur. All right, let's get into the chat. We got some people in here. Let's see what they say. Oh, looks great for backpacking. Yes. What's up, Max? Good to see you. Number 2 is always a surprise. I'm not going to do that today, I hope. Can you tell me about the Wildcat? I can't. I don't know exactly which one that is, Max. I don't know that I've had a Wildcat. You talking about one of Bowman's knives? I'm not sure. I'd like to see a picture of it, though. You should send it to me on Instagram or something so I can see it. Even has a small choil. Yes, I agree. That is one thing that's overlooked, Cincinnati Dan. It's got the little choil right there. I think it's called a French choil. Was that drives large truck? Yes, this is drive large truck knife. Yeah, that's it. Isn't that cool? Drive large trucks knife. I order a bunch of these every single time that I order from Bowman, just because they sell really well. We get them in quite often, and they just fly out the door. We may do a different color next time. I like to keep these in the bright colors because, like I said before, people are bad to lay these down and lose them. So, anyway, that's that. Drive large truck knife. Only Luke is going to get that. All right, where should we go? I brought another Bowman made. This, I am surprised. I have several of these guys, but I'm surprised this one hasn't sold, and that's one reason I brought it. It's a primitive woodsman Wildcat. Man, my brain's not working. I'm sorry, man. Wildcat. It's cool. But there's Ready Made Easy in the house. Sorry, it wasn't working. It's called the Spur, Benjamin. Yeah. So the little guy is called the Spur. It's very rare to have a smaller blade with a full 4-finger grip. All right, let's move on. Oh, there's Mr. Orboros Forge on Instagram. Hey, Tim, hop over to YouTube if you want to chat. Hop in the chat in YouTube. That's where everybody's hanging out. If you want. Let's see here. Next one. I can't believe this knife has not sold. I've had this knife for a couple months now. It's like set there. All the other ones have come and gone. And this one still sits there. And it's been, I can't believe it. It's one of my favorite colors. And I wonder if I just haven't shown it off correctly. This is the XL Clovis, so it's the big boy. It's just amazing. And I don't know if you guys, if you don't know about a lot of these vintage materials that Bowman uses, this is vintage G3. This is some old G3. Before G10 and all that stuff, it's totally different. It's very translucent almost. I was hoping I could really show it off. It's very translucent. It's got the vintage paper liners underneath it. It just looks sick. I don't get it. What's up, Chase? I don't get it. I really don't. This has been one of my favorites when it came in. It was a whole set. I got a whole set of these guys. It comes in the green topo. Look how good that looks. Fantastic. Double soft looped. It's perfect for scout carry. I don't get it. I just wanted to really show this off. It's just one of those things. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. That one would be fantastic enough. Let's check what the chat's going tonight. We got Chris Beasley over on Facebook. I'm looking for something about 6 to 7 inches overall length. What do you have? Quite a bit, actually, Chris. It depends on what you want to do with it. Are you looking for something to carry every day? You might just need to come by the office because you You're like right up the road, so you could just like go through some stuff. But I'll get to you in a second. I think I have exactly what you want. All these guys joining over on Instagram. If you have YouTube and you want to hop in to where everybody's chatting, hop over on YouTube. It's conversations going on over here tonight. So, the Spur. It's not small if it fits in your hand. That could be its motto. We have Luther Marshall. Do you have any Bakelite or lacquer handles? Bakelite. Lacquer. So, I don't think I have specifically either one of those. Bakelite or lacquer. Lacquer handles, that would really technically be like micarta, maybe? Or is that what you're talking about? The resin, like a resin. We have, Chuck over at Homestead Medical. Homestead Medical is your place for all your medical needs. We keep a whole kit at the shop just for the days when you get a little clumsy and stab yourself real good, or like Luke does, and you want to test the Microtech to see if how far it goes in your hand. Outback does not have nice knives. I don't know what you're all talking about. All right, let's continue on. I'm really trying to have some sort of structure, so I'm not just like looking at the screen the whole time. So we'll look at a knife and then we can talk about it. But you guys chat away. I don't care. I'm just trying to be a good. Oh, that's my last packing slip from my trip. All right, let's move on into some black feather stuff. And then we'll go into this, and we got something really cool and new. These guys, I've got a video with Taylor coming out. Luke, is my frame rate look good? Please let me know if my frame rate, make sure I'm not like jittery, because I might be overloading my laptop right now. I'm not sure. Just if you don't mind double checking that for me. So these guys, this is called the Black Feather Uari. I think this is made by Taylor Grinds. Fantastic. He uses some really cool like vintage camo Kydex. But not only that, so this thing has like a few things going for it that I really love. This would make it an excellent everyday carry knife, but also if you want to do a little bit of bushcraft work, it is Scandi ground. But look how cool this thing looks. Okay, you got a heat treat finish. See that? We have matching. Now this is something unique to this knife this is the only place I've ever seen it. You have a Kydex liners. I've never seen somebody use Kydex. It's a super tough material. Keeps this knife super thin. Look at that. Super thin. And you have it matches the sheath. Is that not cool? Especially with that heat treat finish. I don't know. With the jute wrap, this thing, it grips really well. It just like fits right in my hand. I love this knife. It's one of my favorite models he makes. I still have 2 of them out of this last batch. That Scandi grind is sharp as all get out. But I love the heat treat finish and everything. He did a really good job of matching everything up. It's just a really, really beautiful, beautiful setup. I've got 2 of these guys, so I'll leave that one there. This one here, if you like black multicam, look at this. Heat treat finish. He got it all nice and black, heat treated finish. That's going to hold up super well. And you have black multicam liners. This is some sort of jute. Now, keep in mind, all of this is epoxied, like it's like soaked in epoxy. It's not going anywhere. It's super tough. This is some sort of, I don't know, like some sort of nanocord almost. But look at just the way it all matches up. Fantastic little blade. I love this thing. You got a lanyard hole. You want to add a lanyard on. It is just, that Scandi grind is just slick too. I mean, this knife would be really easy to do fine work with. You want to open up boxes. Scandi grinds are the easiest thing to sharpen. if you struggle keeping your knife sharp, if you really struggle keeping your knife sharp, just know that when you get a Scandi ground knife, now the Scandi ground is always been more leaned towards the bushcraft world or whatever, but when you have a knife this thin with a Scandi ground, it's going to slice and all that stuff super well. But the beauty of the Scandi ground, let me get you up close here. Your bevel for sharpening is already built into the knife. Unlike, so let's just show this guy, the Spur. Bring the Spur back out. No less, it's just different things. So basically you have you have your main flat grind that starts at the top, goes all the way to the bottom, and you have a secondary bevel here. Sorry, let me get a drink here. I haven't taken my allergy medicine yet, and my allergies are super inflamed right now for some reason. So this guy, you have a total, like the big bevel. So for instance, like if you're sharpening, pretend this is a stone, your bevel is already there. It's already there. This, you have to use more of a traditional sharpener to get that right. So, all right. And let's see here. I'm going to close out some windows here. I'm trusting you guys to monitor the chat. I'm going to close out some of this stuff on my computer. I think I'm bogging it down a bit, so just bear with me here. Yeah. So that's the different. Okay, so somebody asked here. I saw out of the corner of my eye. Let's see. What is Scandi? Yeah. So Cincinnati Dan, that's Scandi grind. So it's just a big bevel, and it's solid. It's not convexed. You just sharpen to that bevel. So it is the easiest thing to touch up in the field. I don't use any weird sharpener. I don't use a Wicked Edge. I don't use the Work Sharp. To sharpen the Scandi ground knife, I use just a simple Arkansas stone. Just a little tiny Arkansas stone. And that's all you need. Honestly, a good strop, that's all you need. I mean, unless you do stupid stuff. Evan at Radio Made Easy said, I really dig that multicam black one. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Built-in angle finder. What's the cheapest knife for sale? Gosh, Max. Coming up. Hold tight. We'll get to it. I've got I call it my value knife, but it's really an incredible thing. Thanks, Cincinnati. I try. So, next on the list, we have another, this is one of my favorites. So this guy, if you purchase this one, this is actually the prototype for the Gar XL. It's not labeled Gar XL on the website. It's just called Gar. But this is going to become the Gar XL. ABL steel. Extremely sharp. Look at this. It's just stabby. And I am getting, I'll be honest with you, when he brought these and the jute wrap thing, and I know the whole jute wrapped handle thing is hot right now, but I'd never really put one in my hands. I was like, I wonder what that's going to be like. I love it. It's super lightweight. It's, just excellent. It's grip retention, it's thin, carries super, super flat. Look at that. If you're into really thin knives, you don't get any thinner than that. It's just really, I love this like the whole compound grind. You got that tooth there, which, this is kind of a bridge between like a tactical, everyday carry, but also like, if you need to like grab a hold of something and like rip it, it comes out to like a little tooth, similar to like a WC. That's the only other thing I've ever had in the shop with this kind of compound grind on it. You can just really hook it and just rip. So, there you go. Pretty sweet. Look at that. So, that's technically the Gar XL. We've got a run of Gar, the regular Gar's coming. It's more along the same size as the Uari. So those are coming. We've got some really cool stuff we're actually doing around the Gar. I mean the Uari. So yes, the regular size Gar. The Gar XL will be coming later. This was just a prototype, and I bought it off of Taylor. That thing will make Helen Keller talk. I think Helen Keller could probably talk. She had a British accent. All right, is jute natural or no? It is dipped in a epoxy, like a resin. So it's really like a marine grade. It's really like a marine grade. You can't really see that. Hold on. You can't see it. That's one thing I really like about this epoxy. You really don't see it, but if you feel it, it kind of like what you would normally like feel like jute wrapped or like that jute material. This is a little harder, and you can feel the epoxy in it, but it's really soaked up in it, so it makes it like waterproof. Not that water would hurt it anyway, but it's really hard to see it. You can see it more on this thinner stuff. You can actually see the epoxy a little bit more, but it's not that you can see it more. You can just see like where like it's tied up and everything. You can see the epoxy on it. It's one thing I really do like. It's really tough. I think it's a fantastic solution for somebody wanting to carry a really thin knife, but also have something really grippy. This stuff is extremely, extremely grippy. But look at that. That is just badass, guys. It's one of my favorite designs is the Gar. Very pokey. This up here, the swedge on top is not sharpened, but you could sharpen it if you wanted to. Throw it on a work sharper. You could sharpen it down. It would not be that hard. The small ones coming up, I think we are actually going to double sharpen them. Let's see what's next on the list. Did I miss anything? It's in resin. Yeah, it is. Jacob, you have one, don't you? Yeah, you've got one with the offensive industry sheath. That's sweet. It's a really cool knife. This is another one by him that is super interesting. And I feel like we're going to have some more of these coming up. But again, this was basically the prototype for the design. Give me one sec. All right. So this is chisel ground. So it's only ground on one side. Very, very slicey. I mean, it's super cool. So it's only ground. It's called chisel. It's only ground on one side. So you do have a flat grind on one side of the blade, and then a secondary bevel down here, still on just one side of the blade. So let me get up here where you can see. So no bevel, bevel. No bevel, bevel. Oh, no, you can't see, doofus. There you go. So bevel, no bevel. Look at that. This is called the Yoshi. Same size, basically. I mean, what is it comparable to? It's really about comparable to the Uari. A little bit thicker. Comes in a nice sheath here. Man, I need to readjust my camera where I'm in. It's like lined up correctly. So there you go. That's the Yoshi. So I just thought I would bring out a few of these guys to look at as far as the black feather stuff. I'm really excited about his stuff. You can expect to see a lot of his stuff here in the future. He is going to be moving his shop, hopefully, about 2 doors down from me. So really excited about that. All right, now Max, here you go. You're looking for a good EDC fixed blade, not super expensive. I've got you. This one of these here. So I've only brought one. I think I might only have one. So Max, this may be the only one I have. You have to look at the website and see. This is called the Maximus Mamba EDC. Nice little taco Kydex sheath. And a fantastic little EDC blade. Look at that. Look at that. Super cool. You got that jimping up top. I call this the shark fin. Very reminiscent of this. If you're a fan of a Osborne design, it's very similar. Mr. 940 Man is going to be getting one of these in the mail pretty soon. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. What's up, Jeff? Welcome to the chat, man. So, fantastic little blade. Comes in a nice little taco sheath. Great just to slip in your pocket. You could soft loop it and carry it on your side if you wanted to. It's the beauty of Kydex, right? You can do whatever you want to with it. Neck carry it if you wanted to. Fantastic little blade. I love it. This one is like a OD green. It just has a good feel to it. So first thing, like when I pick these up, it just has a really, really good. Yeah, the sculpting on the scales, all the detail for $185, guys. $185. ADCR V2, the G10 scales, and a sheath for $185. If you're around handmade knives at all, you'll know that that is a freaking steal. Coming up right next to it, you can kind of see similarities. This is called the Big Mamba. So this guy is a little bit bigger. Same jimping, same similar design. Look at that. It's more along the same size as a 940. So if you have one and you like it, you understand that that is what you're looking at here. So this here has a little bit larger lanyard hole. Right, actually has a lanyard hole. So yeah, you add a lanyard to it. This is called the Big Mamba, and they run around $235. So not a whole lot of difference really. If you want a little bit bigger blade, I do really like this knife. It is really, really fantastic. The EDC, if you're looking to really carry something on the smaller side, this guy, fantastic. I will say I sell more of the EDCs just because I don't know if it's the price or people are just looking for that size. There is a pretty significant blade difference. You'll have to look on the website for the measurements. I'm sure they're on there. But yeah, and I've got that. I've got the Big Mamba in several different colors. So these are kind of our colors for the shop. You got your gray, your black, your gray, your green, and your tan, or like desert tan. Really, really cool. I like that a lot. The black that I have is sculpted. He sculpted this one. Yeah, boot knife. It'd make a fantastic boot knife. So there you go. That is the Maximus knives, Mamba and EDC, or Big Mamba and EDC Mamba, both. Crazy good. Really, really, really good carrying knives. If you guys got any questions about those, just spit it out. Hey, listen. I got Sezzle turned on. 4 payments. Your new knife goofing. 4 easy payments. I get it though, man. All right, let's see here. What we got going on? They do not come with a clip, Jeff, but you could very easily put, like a little ulti clip on it. A lot of people do that, especially on the smaller one. This would slide right in your pocket super easy with the ulti clip, or soft loop it. That's the price where it is. I mean, you start adding stuff to it, it's just going to raise the price. So a lot of people, they want to purchase what they want. Let's see here. What am I missing? Oh, pew. So the little EDC is $185. The big one is $235. So pretty well priced, I have to say. All right, let me clear out a little space here. If you guys want to see any of those again, I don't mind to get them back out. I'm just going to clear up. I've got something new to the shop that I want to share with you guys that I'm really, really excited about. Another North Carolina maker, RL Scott. You've seen his stuff on here before, and this one is super cool. So, oh, thanks, Luke. There's the link. All right, let's dig in. Wait, we'll do the whole unboxing on. So here we go. Move. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Just curious, I'm seeing a lot of sheaths. Oh, so Jeff, if you don't know, he's a kick butt knife maker. You should go follow him on Instagram. He does some really cool stuff. I'm seeing a lot of sheaths without one. Makes sense. Yeah, because people are going to change it. You know, if I have somebody call and they're like, man, I really want that, but I want a soft loop. Listen, I have a soft loop. I'll send you a soft loop with the knife. It ain't no big deal. But I'm not going to send out ulti-clips for free. Ulti-clips probably wholesale on those suckers are still $13 or $14. You start adding this stuff up, guys, and you realize, like, I don't want to sell you something. You can go on Amazon and freaking buy one, like, whatever you want. I mean, I'm eventually going to start stocking some of this stuff because so many makers are kind of catching on. Listen, I'm going to throw soft loops on this, but the guy's going to take it off and put an ulti-clip on it. Why would you do that? Like, why would you invest and charge everybody for that when you can just purchase what you want? It's Kydex. You can put anything you want on it. Yeah, so like Luke says here, like a 2000 plus AR comes with mil spec trigger. They're gonna swap it, unless you're like me and you don't. But whatever. All right, I don't monkey with the guns. I don't monkey with the. I buy really nice stuff, and that's the way it stays. All right, let's look at this knife. This thing I've been really excited about. It took a little bit of doing, but you're looking at. This is the R.L. Scott Soar Rescue. Soar Rescue is what we call it. This was made for the SOAR teams. It's just kind of a special helicopter unit in the military. They do a lot of rescuing. It's really a cool unit. We are working a deal out with them to become basically the house for these guys. I love these things. This one comes with one of Ryan's. Kind of stuck that thing down in there. There we go. All right. This is probably one of my favorite knives. Got a little wax on there. Get that off. One of my favorite knives to come into the store, and it's very much anticipated by me. These this is one of my favorite, like, more tactical style knives. So, don't ask me what this is for, because I don't know. I have to ask Ryan what the divot's for. Everything that he does has a purpose, and I'm just getting these and learning about them. I picked one up at his shop, and I'm like, I have to have these. It really fills a hole here at the store in a more tactical, but something you could carry every day. He builds these himself. This is his special design sheath. It's one piece of leather that's folded, and then you got rivets and it's sewn. Man, Maximus just joined on Instagram. Maximus, we were just talking about you. See ya, Max. And I don't think it's a bow drill dimple. That's not what it's for. I'm pretty sure. But his leather sheaths are super, super nice. They're nice and stiff. They hold the knife really well. He can also make you a Kydex sheath. I wouldn't imagine you would put a bow drill dimple on the blade, but he could. They may have some special thing that they're doing here. Pardon me, I'm gonna get another little sip here. Sorry about that. So this one is camo micarta. You got a really cool crusher up here on top. It's not sharp, but it does have bevels on both sides. There you go. See that? Really good crusher. You need to pop something. These like 4 little serrations right here on the blade. That's the SOAR logo here. On Ryan's knives, he does not make or mark them other than one way. Is the S jimping in the back of the spine. It's a Scott for R.L. Scott. I love this knife. He is a local. He's up in Boone, and he developed this knife right alongside the guys from SOAR to be their knife. And so they're the only ones that have them up until this point. These are the first. I have a couple different colors, but only a few. I do want one with Kydex as well. But we can get him. He will make you one in Kydex. I'm sure there's a little upcharge, but Kydex stuff's simple to get made. But he will do Kydex for him. He did the leather sheaths this time, which are super nice. So really cool knife. I'm very, very excited about this knife. It's 3V, so it is stainless. It's in 3V. We may release it later on in ADCRV2 as well. But I'm very excited about it. The whole knife, the way it fits in your hand, the feel, the fit, finish. Ryan is a master at that. If you know anything about his knives, you can go look and see all the fancy Damascus knives and stuff. These are coming in at $400 right now. I'm not sure if it's going to go up, but this is where we landed for this few that I got. But yeah, like I said, really working hard to become the place for these guys. They are just a fantastic knife. Very, very, he gets a really nice edge on the knife right out of the factory. But I am going to ask what that's for. We may actually be able to do a podcast, I heard, with the guys from Soar. So they are one of the main guys. He's not too far away. And take this off. I'm getting hot. And so we may actually be able to do a podcast with him and get to know their thoughts with Ryan behind this knife. But very sweet little knife. I do love it. The measurements are on the website. I can't remember off the top of my head. Dude, Jake, I'm telling you. So I've got a couple different colors in this. I wish I could convey how nice these are. I wish I could. They're extremely nice. And I wish I could I wish I could say more, but I can't. So I'm going to stop with that. So they're really cool. Really cool. Okay. All right. I brought one more knife. I don't know. So we got Patrick over on Instagram. I don't know that that's a boat. Everybody's asking that, and you could be right. It might be. You might know how to. You're the bushcraft master. It might be that you know a way to do that. DH says, I love the bluegill from Black Feather. Could not find. There is no maker's mark or signature on those knives right now. There will be in the future, but you ended up with one. You ended up with one of the first. Later, if you would like a logo put on that knife, send it back to me, DH, and I'll put one on you. We're actually going to start lasering. We just got our own laser. Us and Radio Made Easy got a really nice laser, and we're going to start lasering his knives among some of the other knife makers. We're going to start lasering their logo for them because the way to put a logo on a knife is super hard. It's very time consuming and kind of just messy and everything else. So if you would like one put on it, DH, just shoot me an email and you can just send it back to me and I'll put it on there for you. We're going to actually start doing that. Whoop. Maximus Mamba says you're about to have a slew of mambas and big mambas heading your way. Heck yeah. We got more inbound. All right. So I brought out something I have not brought out before. There's not one on your Gar either. But like I said, guys, if you do want that, give me like 3 weeks. And if you want one on it, he's never put them on before. We lasered a few knives for him at the other shop years ago or months and months ago. But he typically doesn't put a maker's mark on them. If you do want it, just we'll set it up. We'll fix you up. Don't worry about it. All right. Everybody needs a machete. Right? Did you laser the landslide? No. That is lasered by Primitive Woodsman at his shop. So he does have a laser. He lasered all that. He is really good at it. So this, my friends, is my favorite machete right now. This is a Condor Polar North, designed by my good buddy, Joe Flowers. These things, I don't have the price in front of me. If one of you mods could grab the link for the Polar North off the website, that would be fantastic and throw it in the chat. These things come in really priced. If you guys are looking for like an impressively useful big knife for cheap, for what these are extremely cheap. It is Condor. Comes with a really nice leather sheath. And it's become one of my favorites. The way you can choke up on the knife, he's got this nice choil here, the way he designed it. This has this is just something that they put on their machetes, like a little, but guys, it is super nice. These things are fantastic. It is a good cartel headhunter, but surprisingly useful. If you live on the East Coast like us, I have found a machete or a big knife is more handy than an axe in almost every situation. We live in a tempered rainforest. I mean, here, it is not like the West Coast. These are way more handy. $131. These things are I just got these in. They're actually kind of difficult to get. They're made in El Salvador. So this is the only foreign-made knife I carry. But it is made in El Salvador by really cool people. They're really cool. I like them. Joe is as stand-up a guy as you get, and he has been working with. Did I not? Hold on. The Polar Wind is the ginormous one. Okay. They'll be on there later. Okay. I thought they were already on there. If you can't find the Polar North, I may have it deactivated or something by accident. But they're pretty cheap. And this is just like the perfect size little, like, you got a really good like flick with it. You've got just a solid handle. It's just super nice. So I thought I'd bring out something interesting tonight. Okay, it is on the website. I've got it deactivated. My idiot brain. So, but it'll be on there. I literally just got this round in. So if you want a big knife, it's not too big. It's like the perfect size. You can choke up on it, really do the fine, like pinch grip, fine work with it. You want a clear brush. It's got the balance. It's got plenty of head weight to it. Super nice. I think it's awesome. It's a really cool, inexpensive, very well made tool with a very, very nice handmade leather sheath. Condor as a whole, they really knock it out of the park. They've always been really good to me as far as, any issues they fix. It's no big deal. These things come extremely tight. They do. I guess they know they're going to stretch out. But super nice. That one is made in El Salvador. This, like I said, is the only knife company that I carry outside of the United States. And it's because they're really good. And it's because of Mr. Joe Flowers himself. So if you don't know who Joe Flowers is, well, you're missing out. All right. Any other questions before we hang it up? This was fun. Lots of fun. Let me just check the chat here. Okay. Yeah, it's on. I just got it deactivated. I'll fix it. I'll fix it here in a minute. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. All you guys over on Instagram, we got Forged AF Blades over on Instagram. He makes some pretty sweet stuff. We're going to be trying to do something with him in the future here pretty soon. He makes some crazy cool Damascus stuff, as well as a really cool, like, little journal. All right. Peace, love, and happiness. We got somebody from Brazil. All right, Brazil. Oh, man, and Yukon just joins. So, is that new knife on the website, the one before last? Yes, it is. You're talking about the RL Scott? It's under RL Scott Knives. It's the Soar SQ. So, let's see here. Hold on. Well, I can't get to it. I don't want to. This little computer I use to stream with. I've been trying to use this OBS stuff, and